The beggar who changed my life forever. It was just another cold Thursday night in the city. I was walking home after a 14-hour shift, rain pouring, heart heavy. My boss had yelled at me. I missed my sister's birthday, and to top it off, I had just been dumped via text. I felt like the universe hated me. Then I saw him again, the old beggar who sat at the corner of 5th and Main. Same place, same crooked smile. His sign read, "Hungry, but hopeful." I usually passed him without a second glance, like most people do. We're all too busy, right? But that night, as I was crossing the street, distracted by my phone, I slipped on the wet curb. My phone flew out of my hand, bounced once, and slid right into a storm drain. Gone. I just stood there, soaking wet, furious, completely overwhelmed. That phone was my life, my contacts, banking, passwords, everything. I yelled, I cursed. I was ready to punch something. Then I heard a soft voice behind me. "Are you all right, son?" I turned, and there he was, the beggar, holding out his hand. I was embarrassed, angry, frustrated, but something in his eyes made me pause. He wasn't mocking me. He was concerned, genuinely. He took off his thin, tattered blanket and said, "Here, sit down. You're shaking." I hesitated, but I sat, on the curb, next to a man I never gave a second thought. And we talked. He told me his name was Thomas. He used to be a high school literature teacher. He had a wife, a daughter, loved Shakespeare, had a bookshelf that covered an entire wall. But 12 years ago, a fire took it all. His family, his home, his everything. He tried to rebuild, but grief swallowed him. He lost his job, fell into addiction, ended up on the streets. I asked him, "Why do you still smile then?" He looked at the sky and said, "Because even on the worst days, the sky hasn't fallen, and as long as it's still up there, there's hope." That sentence hit me like a train. Here I was complaining about my phone while this man had lost everything, and yet he gave me warmth, calm, even hope. Before I left, he looked at me and said something I'll never forget. Sometimes, you have to lose something small to realize what you've truly lost, and what you can still find. The next morning, I went back, with food, a clean hoodie, and something else, a printed job application for a janitor position at a local community center. I vouched for him. They agreed to give him a shot. Weeks passed. I kept checking in on him. 3 months later, I walked into that same community center and saw something that nearly brought me to tears. Thomas, in clean clothes, teaching poetry to a room full of kids. His voice was steady, his eyes sparkled, his smile, still the same, but now, with purpose. I stood at the back of the room, quietly, watching the man I once ignored become the man who inspired me.
Moral of the story: never judge someone by what they've lost. Judge them by what they still give.
Everyone has a story. Some are written in pain, others in silence.